everybody, welcome back. It's been a while since I've jumped behind the wheel. Holidays, family, life, my kids just kind of gotten in the way and haven't really had the chance to do much of anything, honestly. So, enjoy the time, but ready to get back at it, attempt this. Decided to jump back into B Fixed. It's been a long time since I've driven this, so I had to kind of remind myself how to drive this car. So I was at Iowa this week. I usually enjoy racing at Iowa. I haven't gotten to run at Iowa and anything since the oval refresh, so we'll see what it does. Qualified 7th out of 25. I think there was only like 19 or 20 cars that turned time though, so car number 11, I'm expected to finish back a little bit. I'd be happy with anything inside of top 10, but would like to be able to have a little bit of a decent finish, if possible, kind of rebound from Talladega and C Fixed. Run a few races to finish out week 3, and then get geared up for week 4. Let's see what we can do here, though. Bottom is usually where I tend to favor. Setup feels fairly tight to me, so I'm going to try to do the best I can to not burn up the right front should we stay green. I think burning up the right front if we were to stay green is really going to kill exit speed, so just going to try to do the best I can to keep it rotating without having it snap off the corners with the bumps. So we'll see what we can do, just take whatever lines we get and try to keep it clean, go all 55 green.
Okay, Jake, get ready.
Ready to roll off.
Floor it, green, green, green.
Not a great restart on the inside, or initial start on the inside line. So we'll just insert here into turn 1. Watch everybody up ahead. Almost got 3 wide up ahead, so let's get here on the bottom.
Still there.
Got some strong guys in this field, so we'll see if they come up through the field.
Hold your line. Still there.
Tight, loose off of the corners.
He's still there. Keep digging. 8th place. He's still there.
Use that throttle to get it on the right rear, keep it off the right front, but dropped a couple spots back off the start. No big deal.
Right side.
Everybody's going to be using that outside line to try to get momentum. Looks like it might be the way to go, as a lot of people are jumping up high.
P9.
Jump up here, see what we can do.
24.07. The guy ahead's lap time is 24.20. The guy behind
Decent run on the 13. We got a wreck up ahead. That's going to bring out a caution, so I think that's going to put us in 7th. And we got people wrecking behind under caution. Not sure what all that was about behind. That affected a couple cars that it shouldn't have. So very early on, caution on lap 3.
Pace car is out. Line up single
Does put us
file.
back to 7th, right where I started the race at. So much for that going green all 55, but other side is not going to be coming to pit road.
Yeah, great drivers.
Full course yellow.
Thankfully, the wreck happened in the middle of the track, and I could see it ahead off of 2, so I was able to avoid it.
Where the hell are you, 6? Come on.
15, do you have a mic?
So yeah, I have no clue what happened behind us. I don't know, somebody checked up for the caution, somebody else drove through, or what exactly happened.
21, do you have a mic? Yeah, what's up? Can you tell me how my front nose works?
Are people looking for Damage the 2, who did not get into the race in time, started from pit road, gets his lap backs. I think that should put him back on the lead lap. No, he was 2 laps down, so he'll just be 1 now.
That looks fine. Thank you.
If he can, assuming he'll be quick, so if he can stay as the only car lap down or jump to the front if anybody goes a lap down from this caution, then if we get another one, he'll be back on the lead lap. So I'd assume based on the racing, we're probably going to have that, because like I said, the car seems to be really tight. So if you try to get it onto the right rear, and you've got too much wheel into it, get on the throttle too hard, it's easy to snap it around. I definitely, when I was trying to push it harder in practice, was having issues, especially off of turn 2. Just way too much wheel deflection mixed with too much throttle coming off the corner. It snaps around. And it looks like middle-ish might be kind of the way to go. I don't know. It's like instead of everybody getting down to the yellow line, it's almost like we're trying to run that first seam. At least in 1 and 2, top 3 and 4 looks to be probably better than bottom. I was using top for qualifying in 3 and 4, and it did definitely seem to carry more speed. I just assumed it was going to be worse on the right front, so I wanted to try to use the bottom if I could to maintain pace while still protecting the right front as much as possible.
Pits are open.
Bright side is caution laps do allow me to get more laps in without any incident points. Try to didn't lose a ton of safety rating, I don't think, from Talladega and C-Fix, but I would like to gain all
Pace
of
car
that
is
plus
out.
some
Pits
back.
are closed.
I don't necessarily race for safety rating, and when I was focusing on short track racing a lot, it's very easy to lose a lot of safety rating through no fault of your own, especially with how the incident points were given out in the open wheel cars, SK modified tour mods. But I don't know, I'll try to grind it back up, try to learn how to race as close to people as possible without actually making contact. So would like for everybody to be able to trust me and not think of me as a weapon. Be restarting behind the 4. See if this restart can go any better for the inside line compared to the initial start of the race. Seems like it was probably like a 10th or 11th place car.
Okay, Jake, get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
So we're going to have the 9, 5, 13 on the outside. The 10 will be directly to my outside. We're going to have the 1, the 20, and the 4 up ahead on the inside. Good effort, qualifying effort by the 20. Great job by him. Tightened up. Down into first gear, ready to go. I think even though it's a quick shift, first gear is the better way to go compared to second gear.
Green flag, we're racing.
Kind of missed it a little bit, so that one's going to be on me. Not a great restart on my part.
P8, still there.
Really tight through 1 and 2. Not a great
Still
1 and 2
there.
at all.
Clear high.
10
side.
by, I think
Still there.
23, trying to get by me as well, I believe.
Clear outside.
How the hell was that not a car?
Slide up in front of him. Looks like we got a spin or something that happened behind, maybe.
So bad.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Wreck up ahead. Wreck up ahead.
Caution, watch out.
Takes out a couple. Doesn't seem to be too bad into the way of damage. It's going to be a long race, though. This is like this.
That was awful.
I was hoping this would be a little better.
Gave you 4.5 lanes, I guess I should give you 5.
I was really hoping it was going to be a little better than this.
Come on, 9.
Pace car is out. Line up single file behind car number 10. We're under caution. It's closed.
Never mind.
So still back in 7th.
Happens when people
So-
drive with freaking one brain cell.
No loss out of that restart.
My right front,
Full course yellow. Pits are open.
And then we have people getting damaged.
It's all good. Not great. It's all good, man. It's my fault. Should never get joint session. I feel you.
A few cars.
Quality of the service has gone. I shouldn't say service. Quality of drivers has gone down so much over the last 3, 4, 5 years. 10 years ago, you could come in here and go green in the end. These races used to be a lot longer, but nope.
People complaining about driver
I feel like
quality.
I remember these races at this track being 80 laps out of 55.
Yeah. They used to
Not
be a lot
gonna
harder.
necessarily comment on that. I was technically on it before the massive boom, got back into it during
Hey,
COVID
boy,
period
you
when
got
it got big, and I don't know, it's probably gone that way, but I think people would probably assume that a lot of full-size real-life racing is also going down in quality as well. So I think it's across the board in all of racing. I think a lot of competitions in
Course
general.
yellow, pits are open.
It's just kind of the environment it's gone to, but not what I'm going to comment on. I try to do my best. I'm trying to learn to be as fast as possible. Trying to learn how to pick up the aggression level without
Dude, I got pinched by the 20. I didn't do anything.
being a weapon or anything like that. So
Yeah. He drove straight up the racetrack. Clip.
After I was loose when I got pinched by the 20.
like a quarter of the way through so far, little under it, but frustrating. I have 2 quick cautions where we've gotten,
I actually just did because I'm here fixing 5 minutes of damage because you couldn't control your race car.
I think, more laps under caution than under
Pretty sure
green so
you
far.
spun and I caught mine, so I'm pretty sure I can control mine.
It looked like somebody got up into somebody.
Everybody arguing over who can control whose car, who's the better driver. That's why
Like, I'm sorry, man. It's just
I run it
Pits are
to
open.
listen. I try to apologize if I make contact with somebody or put somebody in a bad spot, but I don't really get into any arguments. It's not worth it, nor do I want somebody to do it to me.
Long ass cautions here.
Yeah, they feel longer than expected.
At least we get the 2 to go.
We're under caution. Pits are closed.
Hey, I'd be okay with finishing 7th if this is where it ends up. Not the quality of the race I want to get you guys, but I would be okay with a 7th place finish. Might attempt a 2nd gear restart this time, did not miss the shift. I don't know, we'll see. It's hard. It's like a weird spot. It's probably just me being absolutely terrible at restarts. It's more likely what we're going to call it. So we got the 16 behind who pitted under the first caution. It's 2 cars back. Everybody else all around us, though, is not pit so far in this race.
I'm sitting here with 8 minutes repair, but I still think there should be a DVP.
And we got 19 cars out of 25 on the lead lap. And 1, I
Race
think,
cars
at
in
least
this
has
lap.
dropped off. Alright, so behind the 13.
I think that would actually
20
help
moves to
the
the
race a lot.
outside of the front row. He's the 14 on his car. To watch to see what happens. Maybe, like I said, I can time this restart, not screw shifts up. Yeah, let's try a 2nd gear. Why not? If it doesn't work, well, I'm just gonna be terrible at restarts in this race. Just try to get on as quickly as possible, but not spin the tires.
Green flag. Clear.
A little bit of wheel spin, not the best.
On your right. Still there.
But 9 directly behind me.
He's still there.
16 to the
Keep it
outside.
together. Hold your line.
Or 6 to
Clear
the
out
outside,
back.
excuse me. 9 trying to
We got
send
one
it
right side.
into turn 3.
Still there. Clear
Slot
outside.
behind the 6. I don't know if he got the wall there out of 4.
That lap was at 25.03.
We got 1 lap of green in so far. Can we make it 2?
Coming up on the
Mostly
inside.
everybody running the bottom in 3 and 4.
Still
Kind
there.
of didn't get down to the bottom wall enough, and the 9,
there.
excuse me, the 16 went to the bottom.
Clear inside.
25 gets a good run on the outside.
The guy behind has just done a... Coming up on your...
Drove it in a little bit.
Keep it
faster
steady, still
compared to
there.
the
3
6,
wide,
so
you're
I had to
inside.
jump to his bottom. 25 trying to stick it
On
to
your
the
right.
outside. 6 is on the outside.
He's still there. Keep digging.
Going to 3
He's
too
still there.
wide.
He's still there.
25
Still
is
there.
right behind the 6 on the outside. He comes down, makes contact
Still
with
there.
me on the front stretch. Drove it in a little too
He's still
hot into 1 because of that. Got a little loose.
Still there. Clear high.
10 slow, get by the 6, so
Coming up on your
up a spot.
right side.
6 gets loose.
Still there.
Keeps it off the 25.
Clear
10's
high.
outside, a bad run. Big gap back to the 25 now. Alright, we're settling, try to keep it off the right front. Still sitting in 7th.
You got one right side.
25's really trying to
Hold
work
your
the
line.
outside hard.
Clear. Right
He's gonna
side.
get the run because I was underneath the 10.
Still there.
Wouldn't be
Coming up on
surprised
your-
though if he burns his right front up if we do stay
Still there.
green.
Still there.
Loose inside the 10. My fault for getting
Outside
him.
line's
We're
clear.
gonna let the 25 go. Sorry about that 10, that was my
You got
fault.
one right side. Clear up high.
Alright, let the 25 go. 16's remounting a charge. He's got the 17 and 24 behind him.
P8.
Just gonna try to drive smooth. Hopefully I didn't do too much damage to the tires there. A couple laps away from lap 25. Closing in on the halfway mark. Definitely not getting a great run out of 4. Feel like I'm probably driving in a little bit slower than everybody.
The track temperature's
Hoping
increasing.
maybe they're
It's now
overdriving it
107
and they'll hurt the
Fahrenheit.
tires as the race goes on.
Right side. That sideline's clear.
25's trying to drive aggressive, work his way up there.
You've just done a 24.83.
Would surprise me if he ends up making contact. 20 is dropping back. He's back to 4th now, almost 5th.
Low side, you got one.
16 is going to drive it in deep on
Where's that
the
both
inside.
He's still there.
Trying to pinch his runoff. I've got the 17 my outside. We're going to go 3 wide down the front stretch
Still there.
almost.
You got him on both sides. P8. That lap time was 25.11. Clear outside.
17's going to drop back, try to cross underneath us off of
Inside line, you
turn
got one.
2. He's got the 16 to
Still
the inside
there.
though, know where he can go.
Still there.
14's trying to work his way up.
Keep it together. Hold your line. Still there. Clear all around.
Run off the corner ahead of the 16. Trying not to really drive it too much harder than I plan to stay in front of them.
One car inside. 3
Woohoo.
wide. You got him on both sides.
Contact between the 9
Clear
and the
high.
20. Since the 9 up the track, I had to check up for him. That puts the 17 and the 16 to my
3 wide,
inside
you're on the
now.
outside. You've just done coming up low side.
I have to sit behind the
Keep it
9.
steady,
There's
still
nowhere
there.
I can go right now.
Hold your line. He's still there. He's still there.
Everybody trying to go everywhere right
He's
now.
still there. Keep digging.
It's allowing the front 2 to check out.
There's a car exiting the pits. Heads up.
We're stuck in a big battle back here. Still
Keep
got
it
the
steady,
16 to
still
my inside.
Still there.
I feel like I'm using too much
He's
wheel in
still
the
there.
center of the corner.
Keep it together. Hold your line. Still there.
Not loving running
He's
this
still
middle
there.
lane, but we're gonna make it work.
Still there. Hold your line.
16's working as
Still there.
hard as he
That's
can
half
up the
distance.
inside.
Fuel levels are
23
fine.
slow on
89.
the inside. He's a lap
He's still
down.
there. Still there. All clear. Stay high. You got one inside.
14 directly
He's
behind
still
me
there.
now.
Keep digging.
He's gonna. Thought he was gonna die to the inside.
Inside
I
clear.
drove the entry. Inside is not where I want to be right now with the 23 there. I want to try to work by him.
You got one inside.
Trying to see if I can pinch
Inside.
the 16 behind the 23.
Still there.
Trying to tighten back up behind the 9. 9 and the 10 are working the outside.
Stay high. Clear low. Car low.
As much as the
Clear
20
on the
was
inside.
falling back, he's kind of recovered. Had a really bad 3 and 4 there. Really bad 3 and 4. That's going to allow the 16 up in front.
Car inside.
I get the
Clear
back
line,
of him.
get
He
the high line.
saved it though. Really good save by him. That
Car
was
inside,
my
keep
fault
high.
for
Inside
driving it.
clear.
We'll let him catch it.
Got one inside. Still there.
So clearly some rust to clean up.
He's still there.
Still driving
Still
a
there.
terrible 3 and 4. Like, wow, I'm so bad in 3 and 4.
Car inside.
Overdrove corner,
inside.
kind of come across the 14 to slow him down. Closing in on 20 to go. I want to cool the tires down. Try to give myself a shot to remount something. My place isn't. It's ahead of where I wanted to be, but I feel like I probably could be a little bit quicker than this.
25.24.
Not a great exit out of 2. I really could settle the car down the backstretch. Just not getting this thing to rotate the right way in 3 and 4. I feel like I'm probably overdriving it. Probably doing the same thing in 1 and 2, honestly. It's just so late to the throttle compared to everybody. I get really tight in the center of the corner there, and I lose everything.
Got one on the inside. Clear inside.
17 gives me a little bit of tap in the back bumper, no harm, no foul there. I think I've killed the right front, probably. So we might be worse than an 11th place car. Trying to get away from him, though. 20 to go.
That lap was a 25.32.
What lap?
36, coming 35.
I thought I did better than 3 and 4. Wasn't quite that much better.
Car low. That last lap was a
17's going to dive to the
25.35.
inside.
Still there.
See if I can carry the
Okay,
momentum
Jake.
off at 2.
Lap times are pretty consistent. Keep it steady. Still there. Clear low.
Gonna work this middle here. Just cannot get a run off the corner. I'm so slow off the corners.
Your last lap time was a 25.39.
So if there's a race of comers and goers, I am most definitely a goer. Just cannot get off the corner well at all. 9 and the 10 are in a battle up ahead. 17's got the
Stay
run
high.
to the
That lap
inside.
time was 25. Inside clear.
Got a weird spot there, middle of 1 and 2, trying to stay off him.
Inside.
He's going to be to the inside now when we go back into 3 and 4.
Still there. Still there.
Try to work the middle work.
He's still there. Keep digging. He's
It's a
still
good
there.
run off of 4 though, so still to my inside. He'll
He's
have the
still there.
advantage going into 1.
Still there. Keep it together. Hold your
Gets
line.
tight on the inside of me.
He's still there.
16 got really tight, bad exit
Still
out of
there.
2.
All right,
Little
Jake,
bit of
the next
contact
car
there.
is Detweiler. Hold your line.
Let's keep working this middle here, try to get the
Still
run
there.
off. It's brought the
still
24.
there.
The 6 is also back up through the field now.
Still there. Still there. Hold your line.
We're having
Still
fun
there.
side by side at least. Not that it's very
He's
fun
still
for
there.
me
Keep
when I'm
digging.
this slow.
Keep it together. Hold your line. Keep it steady. Still there.
I'm just doing all I can to try to
Still
get a
there.
run. Wow, he turns right into me.
He's
This
still
is
there.
not a fun spot to be in anymore.
P10. Still there.
I know I didn't race him the best, but now I'm getting driven
Still
all
there.
over the place, so we'll pinch him down.
He's still there.
Not gonna,
He's still there.
not gonna get raced that way.
Still
Do
there.
the whole bottom side of the track, and you're gonna drive into me off
Inside
the
clear.
corner.
One car inside. He's still there. Hold your line.
It's got the advantage. We got the 22 slow on
He's
the
still there.
apron. He
Keep
won't be a factor as we go back into one.
Still there.
I know we're holding everybody up
Still
behind.
there. Still there.
24 to 3. Everybody's trying to get through.
He's still there.
Gap 2, Detweiler in front is now 0.74.
Keep it together. Hold your line.
Trying to get a run. He gets slow
Still
off
there.
the corner.
Stay low.
Allows the 24 to get by him.
That was 25.
On your right.
Lap times are pretty good.
Clear.
24 overdrove it into one. Alright. Clear for like half a lap.
Right side. Clear high.
Woohoo! There goes the 10 and the 16.
Your lap time was 25.44.
Good save by them. Keeps us green. We're gonna have 10 to go when we cross the line. A little loose there, trying to throttle it off of 4.
Coming up low side.
Gives the run to the 24 as we go back into
Still there.
1. My mistake.
He's still there. He's still there.
Trying to get the run back on the outside.
Keep it steady. Still there.
Feel like I spent half the race on the outside.
Keep it steady. Still there. Hold your line. He's still there.
24 is definitely quicker, I think. A lot of cars are
Just done
quicker
a
behind me, but
25.62.
just trying to work it as best as I can.
Keep it together. Hold your line. Clear inside.
Able to carry the momentum out in front of him, overdrive it there into 3, but it's a little bit of a worse time. He's going to get the run again out of 4. Not quite there to the inside this time. Was he going to go dive? He will.
That lap was 25.
I think he's going to do that because we've got a lap car up ahead who comes across the track.
Still there.
Is the 21 who is slow. I'm going to get stuck behind him, so
Still there.
good play by the
Clear.
24.
Clear.
Got
Right
back to the
side.
21. He slowed up
Position.
more than I expected him to.
Still there.
Should have expected that, but I don't know. That's going to stack everybody up behind, so hopefully at least allow me to stay in 10th. Lap 50 when we cross the line. 24 just grazes the wall on the backstretch. 17 works the middle of 3 and 4. I believe that's the 3 to its inside. It is.
Your lap time was 25.65.
Five to go when we cross the line. Just cannot get that run off the corner. That is where I'm absolutely getting murdered, is from the center
Your
off,
lap
especially
time
3-4.
was 25.60.
Especially 3 and 4. Unsettled,
Right side.
trying to keep it. 17's gonna
He's
go
still
work
there.
the
Outside line's
outside. Overdrove it, he falls way back. It's gonna allow the 2 and the 3 to get to his inside. They're gonna go 3 wide down the back, or the front stretch, excuse me. Tried to make a brake adjustment so that I could try to get the car to rotate in a little bit more since I've torched the right front. Yeah, we're going to be struggling to hang on to 10th. 3 overdrove it a little bit, almost got into the left rear. 17.
Come on, Jake. Push, push, push. We can get this guy.
Maybe I need to go up high in 3 and 4 and
The
just
next
try to
car
use
is
the outside
Moya.
line. At this point, with only 2 to go when we cross the line, it might be the right play. 17 gets loose, he's going to fall way back. He's going to put the 2 behind us.
2 laps left.
Excuse me,
Inside,
the
Millennium
3
got
behind
one.
us.
They're on the inside.
He dove it in really hard. I kind of pinched it down a little bit. Terrible run out of 2. Trying to get the run.
Low side, you
We're
got
going to
one.
lose the spot to the 3.
White flag, 1 more lap. You've just done a 25.78.
Still
I
there.
just overdrove the whole thing, just trying to do what I can with
Still
it.
there.
See if I can make the outside line work.
He's still there. Still
I give
there.
it my best run. He kind of washes up into me.
He's still there.
It's downshifting to get the run off the corner. Can I hang on to 10th?
Hold your line.
I think so. I think I barely hung on to 10th.
P10. There we go, it's over. Bring it back round.
Well, got the top 10. Wasn't pretty. Was not easy by any means. At least we got a good long run after we got those cautions out of the way. Some good, tough racing all around. Definitely added to that.
Nah, sorry for getting mad at you.
We'll take a look at what happened. Get the overlay off first, and then look at tires. Yeah, 6583. Oh my word, I torched the right front. Clearly I gotta go back to school to figure out how to drive this thing. That was not a good driving effort on my part at all. That would be why I was getting murdered from the center off. Nobody gave
Connor?
tires. Let's try to see the battle with the
What's up?
17-ish.
Sorry for getting mad at you.
I think somewhere in this area.
No, you good, man. No big deal.
Alright, so we'll watch around here.
Just the heat of the moment. I get it.
Turn the chat down as well. So 17's in the 10, you can see there. 16's up ahead, 9's 2 cars up ahead, 10's up there. I thought I could get the run and kind of catch them, and then I just killed the right front and had nothing for them. So I was just trying to hang on as best as I could. We're giving a good battle with the 17 for the most part. I wasn't unhappy with most of it. He was trying to work the bottom. I was giving him, quite a few lanes there on the bottom. Cleared him that time. It's just, you could see how much of a better run. Like, it's like I got myself into a little bit of a tight slide kind of thing. Just didn't get the car rotated and pointed to drive straight up off the corner, off of 4. And so I was just killing the momentum. Like, everybody in front was pulling away, and the 17 was catching quite a bit from behind. So we'll watch this. You can see it was almost too wide. There was the contact there with the 9 and the 10. Looked a little more dramatic from inside the car than that. I thought it was a little bit worse than that. Kind of tightened us back together slightly. Not much. Like, I didn't really get to him, but kind of brought the 16 up. 13 was able to pull away a little bit. That's when I got a little push loose off of 2. Kind of got it settled and overdrove the entry into 3. You could see me kind of slide it going into the corner instead of getting it set. So allowed the 17 on the inside. He's running a lane down, giving him that, staying like half lane off the top, so nothing, like absolutely no problems there. Giving him, the bottom half of the track, running the middle. Usually give a little bit more room than what I probably could with me being on a single monitor, but then this one he just didn't. I don't know, I expected him to turn in, because he had been going to the bottom a little bit more, and you can see, if we watch it from his perspective, he's just kind of going to go straight in a very late entry in the corner. And you see he just went straight, was headed like for the middle where that had been where I'd been going. So I guess, I don't know, you can tell me if that's on me or not. And then, so that was netcode, I think, maybe? Looks like that was netcode when we came across the start-finish line. Yeah, it looks like a bit of netcode, so nothing either one of us could do there. I don't know, maybe I came down into him and he was just holding his line. He was like half a lane up. I was kind of coming down a little bit more than I had been on the front stretch. So, racing deal, I guess that's on both of us. That's why I go back and look at it so I don't sound like an idiot blaming somebody for something. And then this one, he kind of, again, he had been a little bit lower in the corners, I think. And he just kind of actually drifted up off that first seam. And that's where he made a little bit of contact. And no harm, no foul, then, it kind of killed my run. But I was already slow to begin with, so it really wasn't going to do much anyways. So I don't know the deal going into 3, the previous lap where he just didn't turn. Maybe that's on him. Maybe I don't know if I should have not expected him. Okay, so that was the contact. That when he just drove up, looks like he just drives up without me. Like I don't know. I think he expected me to be higher up. You can see he got tight and just pushed straight up and into my left front. So it is what it is. We're just hard side by side short track racing. I mean, it didn't wreck either one of us, so can't really get too upset. But you guys can tell me if, in the future, should I expect, guys to just stay in the exact same line and kind of give more? Should I expect them to do what they're doing? Like, that's where it's hard for me on a single monitor to judge, especially when guys kind of mix up what they're doing and not do the exact same entries or exits every time. But decent racing, at least able to finish one spot ahead of where I was supposed to. Obviously, not where I qualified, but, it's just clear. Did not have the pace or the driving line to keep it off the right front. Had I been able to do that, might have been able to hold on a few more battles, maybe keep it a little bit cleaner. But overall, we'll take it. 0x. We got a good long run in there to finish the race out after a couple quick cautions and made for some decent racing. We were all around action the entire time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Let me know your thoughts on everything. And until the next one, I hope all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.